Growing up, I was the girl that was constantly doing something. I was always out with my friends. I was always playing my sports on the weekends. Growing up, family life was pretty rocky. I was an only child in the midst of a lot of chaos. My parents struggled and battled with addiction. Yeah, I was just constantly doing something to avoid the struggle and pain at home. When I got to high school, everything looked like it was going great for me. I got good grades, I had the ideal social and party life, I was lettering in my sports. While that was happening, I was just avoiding everything that was going on at home, distracting myself. I really got caught up in seeking attention and partying. But I chased after these things, looking for happiness, fulfillment, and just to have fun. But all those temporary things just left me feeling really lost and alone. Fast forward my senior year, COVID came. My family life crumbled, soccer ended, and I was isolated at home. I decided to commit to a school in Nebraska to play D2 soccer. After a year, I gave up the sport I loved, ended up coming back to Colorado, attending CSU. Coming to CSU, I felt like such a small number on a big campus. I knew I needed a community, so I actually ended up joining Chi Omega, and it was there that I found this girl named Katie. Something about Katie was so different. She had joy, kindness, compassion, and she just cared so deeply about everyone around her and expected nothing in return. The things that I was running to find fulfillment and purpose were far different from what Katie was running to. She had this confidence and security in her life that I just wanted. Katie ended up being my big in my sorority, and we grew closer in that time. And one day she took me out to lunch and she actually shared the gospel with me. She told me that Jesus died on the cross for my past, present, and future sins, and that's actually where she found her hope and security in, and that I could have that too if I trusted in Christ and had a personal relationship with Him. And that was something I'd never heard before. Growing up, I had little to no faith background. I honestly just thought it was a chore that people did on Sundays. It wasn't until Katie shared with me that I started to look into faith. I ended up going to SMC last year, and it was there that I realized the life I was living was full of hurt and emptiness. I realized that Jesus wanted a relationship with me despite me running to the temporary things. He was offering a life that was bigger than the chaotic weekends and empty pursuits. I learned that there was something bigger than living for the weekends and living for myself. By turning from my sin and trusting in Jesus, I found security in who I am, purpose in sharing with others, and joy even when facing trials. Looking back on my life a year ago today, I would have never thought I'd been here and been able to tell this amazing story of what God has done in my life. A verse that I always go to is Psalm 147, verse 3. It says, He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. And with all the past hurt and brokenness in my life, I can truly just say that He has put hope and healing in my life and helped me face trials, and He just has truly healed all the hurt in my life. I was made for more than the hurt of addiction. I was made for more than the weight of family struggles, and I was made for more than anything the world had to offer.